That day, I knelt before another person for the first time in my life. Actually, I had no choice but to kneel. It was winter, 1974. I was 11 years old, standing in line at St. Mary's Soup Kitchen in Brooklyn. My mother was dying of cancer in our cold water flat, and my father had disappeared months ago, leaving us with nothing but unpaid rent notices. The volunteers handed me a styrofoam container of watery vegetable soup and 2 slices of stale bread. As I clutched it like treasure, I heard that voice. Oh my God, look. It's that girl again, Victoria. She lived 3 blocks away in a brownstone with her doctor, father and socialite mother. Always wore pristine dresses while I wore clothes from donation bins. Doesn't your mom feed you, or what? Her friends giggled behind designer handbags their parents bought them. I heard they're on welfare. My dad says people like that are just lazy. Gross. Don't get too close, poverty might be contagious. They walked away laughing. I stood there, soup growing cold in my hands, tears freezing on my cheeks. That night, I made a promise. Someday, I would never be looked down upon again. 40 years passed. I built Eleanor's Kitchen, starting as a small catering company from my apartment, eventually becoming a successful farm-to-table restaurant and cooking school in Manhattan. I'd been featured in Food and Wine magazine. My cookbook sold over 100,000 copies. The Today Show called me the Queen of Honest, Soulful American Cooking. The road wasn't easy. Married at 20, divorced at 30. After my husband's gambling debts destroyed us, I raised my son Marcus alone, working 3 jobs, waitressing nights, catering on weekends, cooking prep at dawn. Every dollar went into savings until I could afford my own kitchen. At 45, I married James, a wholesale produce supplier who believed in my cooking before anyone else did. He made my dreams possible. Last month, Marcus came home beaming. Mom, I'm getting married. Oh honey, that's wonderful. Who is she? Her name's Sarah, works at my firm. You're going to love her, Mom. My heart swelled. My 35-year-old son, finally finding love. Let's meet her family. Set up a dinner. How about Saturday? I booked a table at that Italian place in Midtown. Saturday arrived. I wore my best dress. James put on his suit. We arrived early, nervous and excited. Marcus waved from the entrance, a lovely young woman beside him. Sarah poised, warm, genuine. It's so wonderful to meet you both. Then I heard heels clicking on marble. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was a nightmare. I turned, and time stopped. That voice, that tone, that woman. Victoria. Mom, this is Sarah's mother. Victoria saw me. Recognition flickered in her eyes, quickly masked by a practiced smile. Victoria Henderson. Pleasure to meet you. Eleanor Martinez. Her handshake was cold. Diamond rings glittered. Hermes' bag hung from her arm. We sat. The kids chatted happily, oblivious. Sarah's father is in Geneva for business. He's a partner at Goldman Sachs. Victoria's voice dripped with casual superiority. What do you both do? I supply organic produce to restaurants, James said simply. Oh, farm work. Her smile tightened. And you, Eleanor? I own a restaurant and cooking school. A cooking school? How? Quaint. Like a community college thing? Something like that. I teach sustainable cooking and run a fine dining establishment. Her dismissive tone said everything. Dinner arrived. Victoria barely touched her food. These new farm-to-table places are so overrated. I prefer per se. Have you been? Oh, probably not. It's quite exclusive. Marcus flushed red. You know, Sarah, I was hoping Marcus came from a more established background. My family, we have standards. Doctors, lawyers, old money. You understand. She looked directly at me. Where exactly did you grow up, Eleanor? Brooklyn. Which part? East New York. Ah, the projects? Her smile was cruel. We were in Brooklyn Heights. Quite different neighborhoods. My husband gripped my hand under the table. That's when I decided. Victoria. I looked straight at her. Do you remember me? Excuse me? Winter, 1974. Street. Mary's Soup Kitchen. You told your friends poverty was contagious. Her face went white. I'm that girl from the food bank. The one you mocked. Eleanor Thompson. Before I married and became Martinez. Silence. I swore that day I'd never be looked down on again. So I worked. 16-hour days. Raised my son in a studio apartment. Built my business from nothing. I was a child. You were. We both were. But you're still doing it, Victoria. Looking down on people. Farm work. Community college. You haven't changed at all. Sarah stared at her mother in horror. I love Sarah. She seems wonderful. But if you think my family isn't good enough, then maybe we need to reconsider. No, Mrs. Martinez, Sarah started. Mom, apologize? Sarah's voice cracked. Victoria sat frozen, mascara running. James and I left. A month later, on a rainy Tuesday, my assistant interrupted class. Eleanor, someone's here to see you. Victoria stood in my doorway, soaked, makeup smeared. Please, I need to talk. She dropped to her knees right there. Stand up. I'm so sorry. Then and now. I've been horrible. I pulled her up. After you left that restaurant, Sarah wouldn't speak to me for 2 weeks. My husband was disgusted. I realized, I've spent 40 years being exactly what you said. Looking down on people to feel better about my own insecurities. I walked to my kitchen and started making beef stew, the same recipe from the soup kitchen, but elevated. Rich broth, tender meat, fresh vegetables. Sit, eat with me. She looked shocked. I ladled stew into bowls. We ate in silence. Tears rolled down her cheeks. This is delicious. It should be. It took me 40 years to perfect. Some things need time to become what they're meant to be. Including people. Thank you for giving me another chance. Thanks, Sarah. She's the one you hurt most. 2 weeks later, Marcus called. Mom, we're getting married. Sarah's mom has been volunteering at a soup kitchen. She said you inspired her. At the wedding, Victoria approached me. Thank you for the forgiveness I didn't deserve. We're family now. We hugged, and it was real. Looking back, that humiliation at the soup kitchen made me who I am. The pain drove me forward. But forgiveness completed me. Life's deepest flavors don't come from bitterness. They come from grace.